All of my homies hate Jod. All of my homies despise Jod. All of my homies want Jod to never see the light of day ever again. All of my homies want Jod to go to prison and to be sentenced to life in prison. Then after his sentence of life in prison, he should be sentenced to death. Then after being sentenced to death, he should be sentenced to hell. And the reason why I do not like Jod, the reason why all of my homies hate and despise Jod is because Jod Nah Wood, aka Crimson Jack, aka Dash Zenton, aka the Mad Captain Silvo, is such a asshole, is such a manipulative weirdo, a loser that will manipulate every single person he sees, whether it's his lover, whether it's his enemy, whether it's his friend. He will also manipulate little children. He does not see anything wrong in manipulating little kids. And this man, this person that I am talking about, that I do believe should chain himself to a massive brick and fall into the ocean, and that ocean should be sealed so that he can never escape that ocean, is Jod Nah Wood from Star Wars The Skeleton Crew. Now you're probably wondering, why do you hate Jod so much? Is Jod a trash character? No, far from it. Jod is a fantastic character, and the fact that I hate him so much, the way that I hate him, is a testament to the Star Wars Skeleton Crew's writing, because I do think Jod, he is one of the best Star Wars villains that we have seen in recent memory, in my honest opinion, because at first I thought Jod was just a weird anti-hero that is helping the kids but also trying to get what he wants as well. But no, we see that Jod, he is not an anti-hero. He is far from it. He is a conniving villain. He is a remorseless villain that will do anything. He will do whatever it takes just to reach his goal, and the goal he wants to reach is going to At-Aten to find the legendary lost treasure that the Republic hid from the entire galaxy so that nobody can go to At-Aten. And man, Jod, I really thought that he connected with KB, Wim, Fern, and Neil. I really thought that Jod connected with these kids. I thought that Jod would sympathize with what the kids are going through by seeing that the kids, they are stranded, they are lost from home, they just want to go back home. But Jod proved that he did not give a single fuck about what these kids had to go through. When we saw what happened in episode 5, when Jod betrayed the entire crew, he turned on every single person. He manipulated the robot 33 to basically follow only Jod's orders, because Jod is now the quote-unquote captain. After that happened in episode 5, we see that Jod, he was captured by Brutus, and Brutus, remember, he's still on the hunt for Jod. So when Jod was captured by Brutus, he was held prisoner on the ship of the bounty hunters, and the bounty hunters, they wanted to throw Jod into the airlock so that Jod can be sucked into space and die. They should have removed Satan's greatest soldier, because Jod, he is like King Von in this universe, because Jod does not give a single fuck of who he harms just to get his goal. But we see that after episode 6, and now we're starting in episode 7, Jod, he is still a prisoner of the bounty hunters, and Brutus, he really hates Jod. He is just like me. He wants Jod to die. He is just like me. He wants Jod to suffer for all the crimes that he has done. So we also see that Jod, he knows how to talk. Jod knows how to manipulate people by his words. Jod is very charismatic. Jod can basically influence you to turn on whoever you really love or whoever you're following, just so that you can see the vision that Jod is trying to persuade you to see. And Jod is a master at that, because since he was captured, Jad has been trying to plead his way to not die by saying, look, we need to go to At-Aten. This place has great treasure. Are you guys getting paid? I'm pretty sure you guys are not getting paid. So since I'm seeing that all you guys are broke, all you niggas need to go to At-Aten because there is a legendary treasure there. And Brutus, being the hater that he is calling Jad's bluff. He is not really believing Jad. He still wants Jad to die at the airlock so that Jad can be sucked into space. But we see that the members of the bounty hunter team are such broke losers that they actually listen to Jad. They try to understand what Jad is trying to portray to them, and in their shoes, in the bounty hunter's shoes, this is making real sense. This sounds good. This is making their mouths salivate. They're getting hungry. They're getting restless. So Brutus, he now unfortunately starts to listen to what Jad is saying, and he says, okay, look, we will go to At-Aten. We will go to the coordinates you are giving us. If we don't find anything, I'm killing you. If we do find anything, I'm killing you. So Jad, he remembers what Brutus said, because once they get to the coordinates of At-Aten, we see that simultaneously the crew, KB, Wim, Fern, and Neil, are also going to the same coordinates to At-Aten, because in episode 6, the crew, they kind of had a little bit of a fight with each other. They kind of started to not like each other, but eventually they now all came together and started to trust each other again, so that when they trusted each other, it was Fern that was the one that helped them to get off of that planet that they were stuck on and reach the coordinates to At-Aten. So simultaneously, we're seeing both crews, both ships are going to the same location. Once the bounty hunters sees that, they now put on a tractor beam, and this tractor beam catches their ship into the docking bay of the bounty hunter ship. So once this happens, Wim, Fern, Neil, they are panicking. Every single crew of the Onyx Cinder are panicking. So they get sucked in eventually into the ship. When Brutus, he is basically screaming at the people on the ship. He's screaming at the kids, whoever is in the ship, come out unarmed. You will now be our prisoner. So KB, she is very crafty with technology. She uses her technology skills to make the ship catch Brutus and to basically hold him in a position that they are trying to use a voice synthesizer. They're trying to tell the bounty hunters, look, we have your captain. You let us go now and nothing will happen to the captain. You have to let us go right now. But this is where the weirdo sees the opportunity. This is where the Satan's greatest soldier, he sees an opportunity. His mouth is salivating. He knows this is his only chance to gain total control of the situation. And this person is, of course, Jad Nana Wood. And Jad, he sees the fallen blaster pistol from Brutus when Brutus got captured by the ship. So Jad picks up the blaster pistol and shoots Brutus straight in the head, point blank range, killing Brutus. Because remember, Brutus was always telling Jad, I'm going to kill you, you're going to die by my hands. So Jad remembers that and returns the favor. And Jad, he knows that this ship is the Onyx Cinder. He knows who is on this ship. He knows exactly the people are on this ship. So Jad, he decides to take these people, to take these children hostage. And that shit was fucked up because Jad, man, I thought that he actually connected with these kids. I thought that Jad was gonna be not like a big brother to these kids, but like a little bit of a mentor. But Jad has proven that he will actually torture these kids. He will try to kill these kids just so that he can get to the credits, because Jad is such a broke bum. And man, when I saw the kids were getting captured and they were put as hostages, that made me sad, man, because they are just children trying to go home. They're lost, they're scared, they just want to see their family again. And simultaneously, the parents of the children, they now managed to send a message through a beacon of some sort, and this beacon that portrayed this message, unfortunately Jad was seeing this message as well. And the family of these children are basically telling the kids, look, we all love you, we all want you home, we are all caring about you. And they don't necessarily state the coordinates to go into At-Aten, but they do give Jad a hint by saying you have to go into the atmosphere, into the barrier of At-Aten, and you have to find a Republic emissary. So that Republic emissary can gain you access into At-Aten safely. So Jad hears that, and Jad, he's planning. Like I said earlier, his mouth is salivating. He is literally licking his lips. He is basically gripping the palms of his hands and rubbing them together, thinking of how much money he's gonna see. But Wim bravely now comes up with a impromptu plan of trying to free himself and trying to attack all of the bounty hunters, but obviously it fails. But somehow, some way, Wim and Fern now basically challenge Jad to be the captain of the Onyx Cinder. So Jad, he's trying to not have that happen, but 33 the robot, he explains to Jad that, look, this is true. You can't be a captain of 2 pirate ships. You have to be a captain of 1 pirate ship. So during this distraction, 33 now punches Jad straight in the face and knocks out Jad temporarily, because 33, he is proven to be resistant to blaster pistols, and he is basically punching his way through the bounty hunters and beating up the bounty hunters. He saved these children, and they now go back on the Onyx Cinder. They now eventually leave the tractor beam, but when we think that the kids are about to go home, they go into the atmosphere of Aten, and even though they were chased by the bounty hunter ships, the bounty hunter ships got destroyed. So we thought that the kids were gonna be safe home until we hear King Von himself. We hear Satan's greatest soldier himself, Jad, and Jad wakes up. Jad, he's still on the ship, and 33 was about to try to knock out Jad again, but Jad had a lightsaber and he sliced 33 in half, basically destroying 33. And Jad now holds the children hostage, and he threatens to kill, dismember, and to show all of the dead corpses of their families to the kids' faces. He even threatens the kids that he will kill them as well. So I'm just thinking that Jad, he is really King Von of this universe. Jad is a sick motherfucker in the Star Wars universe. He is proven he will kill children. He will kill the families of children. He will kill anybody just to get the treasure. And man, Jad and the crew eventually reach the surface of At-Aten, and Jad, he is basically masquerading as a Republic emissary. So this helps him gain access into the vaults, and we see Jad, he is hungry. He is not waiting. He has reached his goal of getting all the credits for himself. Jad is a sick motherfucker in Star Wars Skeleton Crew, but that's what makes him a great character in my honest opinion. The writing for Star Wars Skeleton Crew is good as fuck, and I do think that this is their best episode of this entire season so far. So we'll have to see what will happen in the next episode, but that's the end of the video. What do you guys think of this episode, man? I'm out. Peace.